Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in my last update about This Is Fate, the longer version of it. So Preeta finally got Prithvi arrested once again after Prithvi tried to steal Preeta's property papers, and Prithvi was taken to the police station and he was locked up. So let's continue from there. Prithvi is in the lockup at the police station. Karan comes to stand in front of Prithvi and later Karan goes to the inspector. The inspector tells Karan that the FIR has been registered against Prithvi. Prithvi asks if the inspector cannot understand what is going on because Karan's wife has manipulated them to send him to the lockup. Karan orders Prithvi to shut up, saying that the only reason he did not reply him in the house is because he respects the women of the house and he cares for them, but this doesn't mean that he cannot stand in front of Prithvi. Karan holds Prithvi by the collar and Prithvi asks if Karan cannot understand what is wrong because Kritika is Karan's only sister and she is crying that her husband is in jail, and even then, Karan is eager to stand against him. Karan gets really angry and once again he is about to harm Prithvi, but the police pull Karan away, asking him to only sign the FIR and go. The constable started taking selfie with Karan and Prithvi asked that why are they taking selfie with Karan when Karan is no longer the star that he was before. Prithvi says that he is even sure that Karan will not be selected in the cricket team this year as well. The inspector orders Prithvi to shut up, but Prithvi replies that he will keep talking. The inspector tells Karan that his work has been completed, so he can leave now, and Karan leaves the police station. At the Lutra house, Raki is sitting with Karina and Grandma, and Raki explains that she is really happy that Prithvi got arrested and the police took him away, and what else can be good than this? Grandma says that she is relieved that Karan was proved innocent. Karina says that she is worried because how could she not trust Karan? Because she thought that Karan would have stolen the papers because she asked him to, but Karan did not do that. Karina says that Karan has always done the right thing and she is sure that Karan is a really nice boy. Raki says that she is also feeling a change in the hair and she is glad that Prithvi got arrested. Kritika entering the room asks that what is there to be happy about because this house is still in the name of Preeta. Kritika asks if Raki forget everything that Preeta has done to them. Raki says that she doesn't care who owns the house, but she was talking about the feelings that she got after Prithvi left the house and she felt like this house is once again the Lutra mansion. Kritika asks Karina to say something because she can understand the feelings of Raki because her son was saved, but Karina should speak because her son-in-law has been arrested instead. Karina asks Kritika to calm down because she is also happy that Karan was saved, but did Prithvi do any good deed with them? Karina says that Prithvi treats them like slaves and he usually rings the bell to call them when he was ruling the house. Karina says that she always chose Prithvi over Preeta, but Prithvi did not do anything good with them when he was the owner of the house. Karina says that as for Karan and Prithvi, she would always choose Karan over anyone else. Kritika asks Karina that what about her because she is Karina's daughter, so will Karina still choose someone else over her? Kritika says that they have all shown her what they feel about her, and Kritika leaves the room in anger, saying that her husband is in prison, but nobody is supporting her. Karina wonders what has gotten into her daughter. Raki stands up explaining to Karina that they need to understand Kritika's feelings because Kritika was about to get married to Akshay, but that marriage did not happen. So after that, Kritika married Prithvi, and Kritika considered Prithvi to be her husband with all her strength, and Kritika is standing in a position where there is a lot of confusion in her mind, but there is nothing to be worried about and everything will be sorted soon. Karan is driving the car thinking about what Prithvi said to him and how Prithvi warned him that his sister would not be fined for getting him arrested. Karan calls Samru asking that where is he. Samru replies that he is in the house. Karan then asks Samru about Kritika and Samru says that Kritika would also be in her room. Karan explains to Samru that they both have to take care of Kritika because she is not like before again and even her relationship with Preeta is not the same, and this day, Kritika tends to cry even on small things, so they must take care of her. Samru assures Karan that he is going to sit with Kritika and talk with her, and in the meantime, Karan can come back home quickly and also talk to her. Kritika is sitting in the room and she is thinking about how the police were dragging Prithvi out of the house, and even though she tried her best to stop them, but they did not listen to her. Charlene sees Kritika crying, and Charlene thinks that when Prithvi got arrested, Kritika was the only one who stood against the family, and she was standing in front of Preeta, so she needs the support of Kritika now that Prithvi is not in the house, and she would be able to manipulate Kritika so easily because Kritika is a fool. Charlene goes to sit beside Kritika, assuring her that she knows what she is suffering from and how Kritika would have felt when they were taking Prithvi away. Charlene says that she is the elder daughter-in-law of the Luthra family and she is living with a lot of people in the house, but even then, she is still really lonely because her husband is not here with her. Charlene tells Kritika that when a life partner is not with them, then they feel lonely, and just as Rishabh is not with her today, then Kritika's husband has been taken away from her, and she understands her pain. Charlene assures Kritika that she will not let what happened to her also happens to Kritika, and she is always going to support her. Kritika asks Charlene, and Natasha standing at the corner thinks that technically, Charlene and Kritika are both in a relationship with the same man, but then they are still hugging each other after their husband is sent to jail. Natasha thinks that how did Prithvi get caught? Because Prithvi has always been smart and he is always able to protect himself, but today, Prithvi was not even able to stand in front of Preeta. At the police station, Prithvi is sitting and the constable asks that how did Prithvi like their hospitality? The constable is about to open the prison door and Prithvi stops the constable from opening the door, asking him to think it through because he knows that his men would have surely come and they made them realize their right place. The constable says that Prithvi will stay with them at the police station for a long time because he is not releasing him. Prithvi asks that why is the constable opening the door then if he is not releasing him. The constable tells Prithvi that someone has come to meet him. Prithvi asks if it is Karan Luthra who once again came back to fight with him, or did he think that he would come back to fight him? The constable says that Prithvi thinks really well, but for now, a lady has come to meet him. Prithvi thinks that the lady will be Charlene, and Prithvi is taken to the meeting area. Preeta is waiting and Prithvi is shocked seeing Preeta there. Prithvi asks that how did Preeta came to meet him, because he thought that it would be Charlene. So what is Preeta doing here? Preeta says that Prithvi is right, because this place is for people like Prithvi and not her. Preeta says that Prithvi was asking her a lot of questions in the house, but she felt that she would answer Prithvi now that he is in jail. Preeta says that all the answers for Prithvi's questions about the love that she has for the Luthra family will be answered today. Preeta tells Prithvi that she loves each and every member of the Luthra family, and the Luthra house is both her in-laws' house and her own house because Mahesh considered her as his own daughter. Preeta says that she wanted to throw an evil person like Prithvi out of the house, and she felt that she had to pretend to hate the family and then her work would be easy. Preeta says that now that Prithvi has been arrested, then she is here to tell Prithvi the entire truth. Preeta says that Prithvi was right to think that she brought the papers to the house because of herself, but in reality, she purposefully brought the papers to the house because of Prithvi, because she was sure that Prithvi would steal the papers and then he would be arrested, and all thanks to Prithvi for falling into a trap. Prithvi praises Preeta for the game that she played, but it is true that he is the devil for the Luthra family. But then, Preeta is also not a good person in their eyes too, and Preeta did all this to get the love from the Luthras, but they would only give Preeta rejection because they never trusted Preeta, even though Preeta was doing everything for the family. Prithvi says that even if Preeta goes to tell the family that he is an evil person, then the Luthras will still reject Preeta because Preeta is still evil to them. Prithvi says that Preeta should just go and tell everyone that she planned everything for their safety, but no one will stand with Preeta, including her husband, and Raki or even Mahesh, so Preeta can go and test it. Preeta says that she doesn't care if nobody in the family supports her, but she knows that she took this step for their benefit, and she is happy that Prithvi is out of their life now. Preeta says that Prithvi said the truth, that the Luthra family doesn't love her, but this is because they are not aware of the reason that she returned to the house. But when Mahesh gets well very soon, then she is sure that the entire family would love her. Preeta asks if Prithvi did not see how Karan supported her because Prithvi is in this jail because of Karan, who stood with her in all this situation. Preeta says that she knows that Karan still loves her and Karan would continue to support her even if Karan did not say anything. Preeta advised Prithvi to worry about his own life because she has also sorted this out for him. Preeta tells Prithvi that very soon she is going to send Sherlyn to this prison with him and Sherlyn will be with Prithvi even if Sherlyn is in the women's lockup. Preeta asks that why is Prithvi looking at her like this because she is going to do exactly what she said. Preeta says that Holi festival is coming soon, so Prithvi should wait till after Holi because she wants her family to enjoy the festival. So after they are done celebrating the Holi festival, then Sherlyn would also join Prithvi in the prison. Preeta leaves from there wishing Prithvi happy Holi in advance, and Prithvi turns and looks at Preeta with a lot of anger. Sherlyn is hugging Kritika in the room and Natasha also comes inside, assuring Kritika that there is nothing to be worried about because they all are standing with her. Samir entering the room asks that why is Kritika crying. Kritika asks if Samir was not present when her husband was being arrested. Kritika explains that she feels that Preeta herself put the papers in Prithvi's room so that she can trap Prithvi. Natasha and Sherlyn also says that it is the truth. However, Karan comes there and asks that what are they both saying. Karan explains that Prithvi got arrested because he was wrong and Preeta would never steal her own papers to trap Prithvi. Kritika explains that she needed her brother today the most, but she feels that the person standing in front of her is the husband of Preeta and not her brother that she knows. Kritika says that it is better if Karan doesn't talk today because she might blame him for all what happened. Karan leaves the room in anger, saying that Kritika is right because he should not talk. Samir asks that what has happened to Kritika, but Kritika in anger asks Samir to go and stand with his sister-in-law, so Samir also leaves the room and Natasha gets worried. Okay guys, thank you so much guys for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, share it, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.